Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is February 28, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, I just got home and I heard that Zelensky was kicked out. They kicked him out the White House. They told him, man, you get out of here. So there was a huge clash between Zelensky, Donald, and JD Vance. And we have all the information. I want to play the video to you guys. And this thing just, again, it was fire, put it like that. So it didn't work out. Information's coming out. It's going to be later on tonight. Information's coming out. He didn't sign the earth rare minerals. That's the reason why he came here. And so things are not looking good. He was kicked out. He called Emmanuel Macron. He called him up ASAP. Germany called him on, again, the prime minister. So we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Yeah, this thing is just and I had a feeling something big was gonna happen in the White House between Zelensky and Donald. So again, Donald kicks Ukrainian leader out of the White House. Told him, you gotta go. You don't talk to me like that. You get out of here. So Alright, so we're going to get to all this here, guys. Once again, this is the video. I want to play this video, and I have the full article. We're going to get to the news article. The article is the Zelensky being kicked out. Alright, so once again, here's some more information. Donald asked Zelensky to leave the White House. You got to go. Alright, reporters are, well, again, this was earlier today. Now, Donald said, you really trying to gamble WWE3 here, Zelensky. You don't come here and, again, demanding for this and that. Basically money. Also, this happened. You have one of the reporter to Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country office. Zelensky said, I will wear a costume after the war ends. I guess that's how they do things. They wear like it's like a mint, not a mint. It's like a military color, green, and so he wears the green because it represents war, a country under war. So after the war ends, then he will wear the suit. So I heard something like that, and I did some research. I'm like, why he's always wearing green? So, and somebody told me it's because it's a country at war. So leader wears green color to represent war and this and that. The land is being under attack. Put it like that. All right, so let me just play this video really quick. All right, do me a favor, share the video, subscribe, and thank you so much again for your support. And I just got home, very, very long day. I decided to spend time with the family, guys. Family's first. So, but again, please share the video. Thank you so much for your support.
This thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the same. Well, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are
President,
not
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? That you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's
I
respectful
will answer.
to come to the Oval Office of the United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly what
Remember
you're
this.
doing.
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel
I'm
very good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I was
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What
III.
what you're
You're
speaking
gambling
about?
with
What you're
World
speaking
War
about?
III.
Wow.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to
respect to
you.
you.
Far more than a lot of people said
Very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for
What-
the United States
what
of
you're speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying-
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
Wow.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If
Africa?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In in 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new
less.
in 2 weeks. Of course he
It's
has.
going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
is-
with me.
it
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your president.
Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia?
Wow. That didn't work out very good for Zelensky. Man. Wow. So Donald said you're gambling World War III here. You're really gambling World War III. You know, again, you don't hold the cards. We the one that's taking care of business here. You not. You not. We taking care of business. He even called Joe. He called him the, you know, I can't say the name, STUPID, that, you know, who leader. He gave you 350 billion for, again, for nothing. It's a waste. And here we are. You're not holding the cards. We are. And Zelensky said that we have oceans and we don't see stuff like that. Well, one thing I tell you, again, a lot of countries says America is being protected by oceans, Atlantic and the Pacific. But out there in the Middle East, all those countries, they see wars every single day. But yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. Right after this, behind closed doors, things got really ugly. Donald had to kick Zelensky out, told him, get out of here. You are out. Get out. So that rare earth mineral is going to be my next video over Grand Supreme News. We're going to talk about him getting kicked out the White House. All right, because again, I don't want it to be a long video. I don't want it to be a long video. So what do you guys think? Leave comments down below. And yeah, you could tell they're telling him he got to go. Zelensky ordered to leave the White House without signing. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the minerals deal here. Then I was not aware about this one. So Zelensky ordered to leave White House without signing mineral deal after the Oval Office clash with Donald. Wow. I guess it updated. Yeah, so it updated. It updated. So it changed the title. It changed the title. All right, so it says here Zelensky left. He didn't leave. He was kicked out. Man, he was kicked out. Again, I must give you guys, you know, a very important information here. This is coming out from Kiev Independent, by the way. They're gonna, again, defend this man a lot. He didn't leave. He was kicked out. He was kicked out. Now, last week, I talked about how Zelensky yelled. He was yelling at one of Donald's cabinet member. I forget his name. He was yelling at him, and I warned that Zelensky, he should not be yelling at Donald now, because Donald don't play that stuff, and we have seen that today in the White House. So Donald put his foot down, Zelensky. Zelensky left the White House early without signing a minimal deal with the U.S. following a heated exchange with Donald on February 28. Zelensky departed in his motorcade around 1:45 p.m. local time without holding a joint news conference scheduled for later in the day after the two leaders got into a heated argument while speaking with journalists in the Oval Office. Now, he disrespected the U.S., United States of America, in its cherished office over office. He can come back when he is ready for peace, Donald posted on Truth Social. Now, here's the deal, guys. This has been going on, and even Zelensky said it's been going on since 2014. Now, you have the two Looney Tunes, all right? You have Barack and Joey. They tore up the place. They messed everything up. It was them. It was them. Donald got to clean up the mess. But Joe, what he did, $300-something billion. And what did we gain out of it? Nothing. Nada. This should, again, Joe, the way he did things, completely torn up everything. Again, that's why Vladimir took advantage, because Joe was too, again, he was not there. And it's just really sad. It is really sad. It made us look so bad for the past 4 years. I mean, all this would have been avoided. But again, what do you expect? You got these Looney Tunes, left, just allow all these chaos to go on. So once again, the news reported that following the exchange, Zelensky and Donald left to separate rooms, with the Ukrainian delegation wanting to continue talks with the Trump administration. Trump later ordered his officials to tell Ukrainian officials to leave the White House despite protests from the Ukrainian delegation. Wow. A source familiar with the matter told the news that the minimal deal between the U.S. and Ukraine was not signed following the... Oh, man. So we ain't getting that money back. We are not getting the money back that was given to Ukraine by Joe. So it says here, a White House official told Reuters that Donald felt disrespected by Zelensky. And I told you guys, Zelensky was yelling at one of Donald's cabinet members last week when, I forget his name, he went to Ukraine. He spoke to Zelensky. He told Zelensky about signing the minimal deal. Zelensky yelled at him, shouted at him. And there were witnesses saying we heard him yelling and screaming. And it was, again, Zelensky came here and thought he could act like that. And Donald is like, not with me. So he's very disrespectful. Now, I can understand his land is being impacted. But why do we have to be the world police? He needs to talk to Vladimir. You guys need to talk things out. Again, whenever this war between us and other country, and the world's not going to get involved. They're going to be like, man, that's not our problem. A White House official told Reuters that Donald felt disrespected by Zelensky's rhetoric and demeanor, adding that Donald is not ruling an agreement with Zelensky, but it will be up to Kiev to reschedule the meeting. Donald said on February 28th, after meeting with Zelensky at the White House, that Zelensky is not ready for peace. Following the meeting, Zelensky commented on the meeting on social media, thanking the U.S. for their support. His comments likely come in response to VP J.D. Vance assertion amid the clash that Ukraine was not grateful for the U.S. support. Thank you, America. This is Zelensky. Thank you, America. Thank you for your support. Thank you for this visit. Thank you at POTUS, Congress, and the American people. Ukraine needs just and lasting peace, and we are working exactly for that. Now, one thing I tell you, Zelensky has said thanks many times when he come here and just give his speech and say thank you. So and I do watch his videos. Again, he does the post update, and he does give thanks to the U.S. for helping him out. So, J.D. Vance, he said, have you ever said thank you, America? That part I didn't agree with J.D. Vance. Zelensky has said thank you many times. And I'm not siding with Zelensky. I'm just speaking facts here. Zelensky has said thank you many times. So it says here, have you said thank you once? See, that's the part right there. In this entire meeting, have you say thank you? Okay, so referring to the meeting. Vance asked during the exchange. Thank you, America. Thank you for your support. Thank you for this visit, Zelensky wrote on X. Thank you, POTUS, Congress, and the American people. Ukraine needs just and lasting peace, and we are working exactly for that. Wow. And so that's where we at right now. So give me a second here, guys. It seems like Donald just... Okay, so I want to read this one quick. Okay, so we're done with that news article. This is Donald. Donald, a statement from the president. Donald. We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. He disrespected the U.S. in his cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace. Wow. So leave comments down below, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Donald was wrong? Do you think Zelensky was wrong? I mean, what happened here? One thing I tell you is that Donald is really fed up with all this money being sent there. Donald want to see this ending. Zelensky is saying, well, I just, the bear's bad. Russia's bad. They took territories. They took territory, but they're not going to give it up. They're not going to give it up. So who's responsible for all this? Well, one thing I tell you, when Donald was leader, the bear did not invade it. When Joe came in, that's when the bear invaded. Because the bear knew that the left are weak. They are weak. They are weak. The only thing they do is just send money, 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 money. The bear took that advantage. So, at the very end, Zelensky, he needs to accept it. You need to accept, again, no more money, no more equipment. And not too many people is gonna agree with me, but again, this is what what comes out of war. It's just all this political destruction and territory snatched, annexed. It just that's what comes out of it, and that's why many countries try to prevent these wars. But we had the Looney Tunes for the past 4 years that did everything backwards. And now here's the mess that Donna has to clean up. And where is that Joe? Well, again, we don't know where he at, but $350 billion was sent to Ukraine. Zelensky said he only received $100 billion. Where is the $250 billion at? Where is it? It's time to audit. It's time to investigate. It's time to ask Joe questions. $350 billion is a lot of money. And Zelensky only received $100 billion. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.